All right, here we are. We are going into room 112, and this is going to be our infant room. So walking in, we are going to look at changing the tile out. We have some new white and blue tile that is seen in the toddler room next door, and I think that'll be really pretty. And then the rest of the room, we're looking at carpeting, make it softer, cozier for our infants. To the left here, I think we'll take off these doors and make this an open shelving unit for parents. This will be like parent central. So we will have our lesson plans, schedules, if we need to sign any permission forms or anything like that, that will go over in this space. Parent Command Center. Over here we have this beautiful blackboard, but it is pretty scuffed up, lots of tape marks here. So we are going to repaint it with some black chalkboard paint, and that'll look pretty nice, I think. All the rooms do need to be repainted. We have paint chipping off the walls in each of them, so a fresh coat will do us some good. We're going to remove the whiteboards. Corkboards I think we're going to keep, but we're going to move them up higher on the walls so they're not accessible to children. The phone jacks, AV jacks, we're looking at, can we move them up higher on the wall, remove them completely, or just cover them. They cannot be accessible to our little ones. So some problem solving to do with that. Over here, we have these two big storage units. Those are going to be coming out. And in the space where this big one on the end is, we're going to be cutting a hole in the wall, and we're going to turn it into a half barn door into the next room, which will become our nap room. And then next to that will be a changing station, and we're installing another sink for hand washing there. Here's another one of those old inactive radiators. We're going to remove these for two reasons. One, they take up space, and two, the edges of these vents are actually pretty sharp, and we don't want anybody's fingers to get caught in those. So these cabinets are awesome. I'm trying to keep as much of our storage capabilities as possible. We do need to add some cupboard doors or a panel in front of the bottom of the sink because we don't want any tiny little plumbers hitting their heads on those pipes. But otherwise, this is going to be an awesome food prep area, and I'm super excited about it. So that is our plan in a nutshell for the infant room. And I think it's going to be really cute. All right, next we are going into room 113A. This is going to be our infant nap room. And right off the bat with this grating on the door, I think we do need to, I think it's a fun textural thing, but I think we do need to replace it with some curtains per school policy, lockdown procedures. We need windows that look into the hallway to be covered. So looking at some cute curtain options for that. I love this white and blue tile in here, but as you can hear, it's kind of echoey, kind of loud in this big empty room. So we're looking at carpeting this room. It'll make it more cozy and muffle some of the sounds for our sleepers. Over on this wall, again, we'll be removing the whiteboard. Cork boards I think will also be removed. We may be able to find a spot for them or use for them in the hallway or elsewhere, but for the time being they will be out of here. I think we are also removing these strip outlets because we don't need them. We really only need one or two outlets for a nightlight and a sound machine. Over here we do need to either recover this or put a new topper on for that. Over here we have these bright, beautiful windows, and they are still bright even when you close the shades. So we are looking into curtain drapery options for that. Try to dim the lights in here and make it more sleepy. This beautiful mural is by Sarah Betzler. It's fabulous. It is very beautiful. but it is very daytime awake time for our sleepers. So I'm talking to Sarah about how we can alter it to make it either more of a nighttime scene or kind of dim the colors a bit, just to make it a little more lullaby nursery type style. So that is our nap room. Imagine this with carpet and 12 cribs and dimly lit. There we go. Nighty night. All right, next we are going into room 113. This is going to be our toddler room. And here again we have the beautiful white and blue tile. We're going to keep that in the kitchen area, but then over here I would like to carpet this side of the room. The sink we have a couple options for. Either we can leave it as is and add a staircase step stool so children can access that, or we can lower the sink so it's at their height so they can use it without a step stool, or we could remove this entirely and put a second sink over in the kitchen area. Options, options, options. So, decisions to be made there. Over here, this is the door to the display case cabinet. So we can peek in there. So we do need a safety lock on that, of course. And then I think I'm going to put a shelf, like a little low bookshelf in front of that so kids can't open those doors, just as an extra precaution. Again, in here, we are removing the whiteboard, moving the cork boards up higher on the wall so children cannot reach them. And that should work pretty slick. And also the outlet situation with the AV and phone jacks, moving them up higher on the wall or blocking, whichever works better for our crew here. Here is that space where that old radiator was, so they removed that the other day. So that is how much extra floor space we have, plenty of room for another bookshelf or whatever we would like to put there. We'll get that all patched up and nice and ready to roll. Then over here, we have this big, beautiful bookcase, and I'm so sad because we cannot use it. It's too tall. One, it has to move anyway because it blocks too much sight line for teachers. And then these little brackets that hold up the shelves are a choking hazard. So, sad to say, we cannot use this big, beautiful, sturdy shelf in here. Hopefully we can find another home for it. This fridge will be moved to the infant room for milk storage. The stove will be removed, and if we end up adding a second sink over here, I think it goes in that space and lower down so children can access that and practice self-hand washing. Again, in here we need a cover for the plumbing under the sink. Our tiny plumbers we'll have to find somewhere else to practice. In the bathroom, we are going to be adding another little toilet. We need to block off access to the shower, so we're thinking of installing a door or a gate here and using that area as some secondary storage. Here will be a changing table. Sink, we'll be getting a new step stool for that. And then over here for the laundry area, I'll be checking with licensing. I'm not sure if we can just put a safety lock on the doors or if we need to somehow gate off this section so it will be inaccessible to children. But we will find out the answer there. So that is our future toddler room. All right, let's talk about the hallway real quick. So our doors are going to be closed, so elementary, high school students cannot walk through here unannounced. And then over here we're looking at taking out one or two of these locker bays and installing larger cubbies to use for stroller and car seat storage. And over on this side, we'll take out some of these lockers to make cubbies for the children themselves. These handles are pretty tall and kind of hard for toddlers to manage, and they also won't be able to reach the hooks in here. So making something a little more height appropriate for them is our goal in this space. And then down through these doors, these will be the main doors where parents will enter through. And for the exterior doors, I'm looking at adding a handicap power door. So it'll be easier for parents when they have their hands full or if they're bringing in strollers to get it in and out. And also for us, we plan on taking our little ones for stroller walks. So a power door would be awesome. So we need to look into how to do that.